Good morning. I'm here for the next sustainable pistol training video. Today it's simply going to be firing while in reverse or firing while moving backwards. It's not going to be, I've done a video that's on my channel here that's about learning to fire while you're retreating, and that had to do with backing up, but it had all kinds of other maneuvers and running and moving out of the way and sideways and a lot of things. This today is sustainable pistol training that you can sustain. This is something that you can not only learn to do, you can get an idea on, and you can see how it works. You can also develop it. Developing it means it's sustainable. If you can take it and develop it, it's sustainable. And this is something anybody can set up to practice with their firearms. You don't have to have the same targets I got. You can have cardboard, you can have paper targets, you can have anything you want to set up just to do this right here. I'll show you several different ways to do it and to train with it, backing up and firing both at individual targets and then at multiple targets. So let's go into this right quick. Backing up while staying on target and firing at an assailant is what you're practicing for. This is something you can develop and stay with it forever. So on with the next sustainable pistol training video right now. In doing these drills, it's important to keep in mind that backing up could mean you're backing up from right in front of somebody, or you're 6 feet away from them, they're coming towards you and you're backing up from them. So practice it from being right in front of somebody where you have to get your gun out and start firing, backing up, and practice being further out, knowing that you're needing to back up but still stay on target. So do it both ways, and that will give you a good comprehensive drill to practice backing up while staying on target and shooting. Here we go. Just like that. That's different than retreating. I did a video just recently on fighting before you draw your gun, or having to fight back before you draw your gun, and it shows me hitting bags and then backing up and drawing a training gun. This is the backing up part of it, where you have to stay on target. You're not running away, but you're staying on target, you're staying focused, and you're backing away from the target while you stay on it and you fire into a deadly threat. Now today, it's important before you start to note that when you're going to do this drill, it's really important to do it with what you train with, and not what you train with, but with what you actually carry and the way that you actually carry. I could do this out here with a range holster that's sticking out to here, but that really wouldn't help me for what I'm trying to do in developing the skills that I need to handle a real attack with where I carry my gun. So if you carry your gun in an appendix position, you're going to be drawing it from an appendix position, backing up and firing. I don't carry in an appendix position. Or if you carry it on your hip, you'll draw it and be doing the exercise from having it on your hip. Just do it from wherever. Do this, draw your gun from wherever you normally carry it. And of course you're going to be carefully reholstering if you're keeping rounds in your magazine in your chamber. What I would recommend that you do, because of in these type of exercises, they're kind of distracting because you're not really under attack, but you are concentrating on a lot of things, is load up what you intend to shoot. In other words, if I'm going to back up from a target and I'm going to shoot 2 here in this target and 2 in this one and 2 in this one, put 6 rounds in there and run your gun out. Later on you can practice reloading it and all that, but for today I would recommend when you start this that you put what you're going to shoot in your gun and let your gun run empty before you, and then regroup to do your next drill. So here we go. Wherever you carry from, could be a cross draw, could be hip, could be appendix, wherever it is, learn to back up while staying on target, staying focused and firing. This time I'm going to be standing further back from this target right here. I'm going to stand back about 6 feet before I start moving back and pull the gun and begin to fire. I'm not actually, that yellow thing, that yellow dot up there just happened to be there. That's not what I'm shooting for. I'm going for good shots in this area right here. I'm not trying to pinpoint anything here, but I'm going for that area right there. So I'm going to be standing back further, drawing my gun, putting it into play, all while keeping on the target and keeping engaged. It's a little bit different. You still have to, you have to get on target. You have to stay focused. You have to keep moving backwards, but you're further away. Again, as always out here, the sun is hitting me right here. This is the only camera angle I can do here to get the targets right, but I'm going to be starting right in front of this back one right here. I'm going to draw, stepping back, fire 2 shots there, past this one. I'm going to back on past this one, turn it, I'm going to shoot this one too. 2 shots, so it's 4 rounds total. Backing from here, shooting, shooting here. 2 targets this time, 2 assailants. Here we go. So when it begins to feel a lot different, you really got to stay focused. You got to remember, you just fired, you've hit this one in the chest. That's satisfying, but you got to keep moving because there's another one coming from the other direction. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to back up and I'm going to engage 3 targets. And I'll see if I can get a decent camera angle on all this while I'm doing it. So here we go. Okay, this is the last one. This should give you a good, full, comprehensive view of just how you can set this up. And remember, let your mind expand. When you see these kind of things right here, don't get stuck in exactly what I'm doing, because when you can come out and start like this with just 1 silhouette or 2, and then you can set more up, and then you can start putting them up at angles. You can do all kinds of things, learning to back away, stay focused, and staying on target. This time, the last one here, I'm going to start standing. I'm going to start by standing in front of this second silhouette. But when I draw and fire, it's going to be at the first one, back closer to the berm. Then I'm going to step back and I'm going to shoot at the one I was standing in front of, continuing to back up, shooting the 3rd one, and then the 2 steel gongs over here. That's the way it's going to go. So here we go. I hope you'll take this to heart today, because this is one of the most important types of drills that you can set up to do while you're moving and shooting. If you've come to a point where you have you've gotten your skills down as far as standing and shooting at a target, you've got your grip and your stance, you're confident you can get on target, but you've been practicing just by going out and standing still and shooting, this should be one of your first drills that you set up, is simply to learn how to move backwards. Moving backwards is one of the most common things people are going to have to do in a violent encounter. Somebody coming at you with violence, even if you're drawing a gun, you have to be able to back up, but you also have to be able to stay focused. If you're able to turn and run and take off and outrun somebody, that's fine. But if you're in trouble and you have something coming at you that's dangerous to you or your family, you're going to have to stay focused while you move. I've done another video, I don't know if it'll come out before this one or not, but on fighting back before you draw. But after you fight back, you're still moving backwards to get your gun out. Practicing this drill right here is one of the best ones you can set up to begin to learn to move and shoot, because you can do it with 1 or 2 silhouettes or pieces of cardboard or just whatever kind of target you can set up. It doesn't have to be what I've got here, but you can set those up and begin to learn how to shoot and back up just a little bit at a time. Do it slowly and do it precisely. Don't try to hurry it. And when you get to where you're confident with 1 or 2 targets, begin to use a 3rd target. Set them up at different angles. You can do this and do it just about anywhere, and you can do it with any kind of target. So I hope today that you got something out of this. I hope that if you're getting ready to begin to learn to move and shoot and develop your skills, that you'll take this right here, this training, you'll look at it, you'll set it up, and you'll begin to develop it. to be the best shooter and the best protector you can be. I'm Mark, and I'll see you again in the next Sustainable Pistol Training video. Bye.